My name is Magdalena Dittmer, and I have a multiple sclerosis diagnosis. I am making this channel to document what I'm learning and what I'm trying to try to heal myself in the hopes that it may help other people either avoid the mistakes I make or try the things that I've tried that have helped me. So I hope this helps somebody out there. Thank you for watching. Hello. I'm going to talk about hormones and multiple sclerosis in my experience, okay? So I found that my hormones were all messed up. And I figured that out because I'm always reading and researching and trying things, and I have a really, really good doctor that I pay out of pocket to see. She's an osteopath, and she's not in my insurance or anything like that, and I pay to see her, and she's willing to go down the rabbit holes with me and investigate. I find a lot of the medical system, there's zero investigative inclination. Like they don't like any questions. They just say very confidently, like, oh, that does not cause MS. Yet we don't know what causes MS, and I'm always kind of blown away. I'm like, how are you so sure? And if you investigate, maybe there's like a chain reaction that could be tied back to that original issue. And anyways, my experience has been nobody is willing to do any investigation. And so this doctor I have, who's an osteopath, I pay out of pocket for, she's willing to investigate things with me. I love her. And so I'm always reading, and I'll come to her and say, hey, can we investigate this? Can we investigate that? And she brings her medical knowledge to balance me out because I don't know everything, obviously. So we investigated my hormones and tested adrenal hormones, thyroid hormones, sex hormones, and found that they were all lacking. And replacing them made a huge difference because like the MS affects your nerve firing, right? So there's like I can't flex my foot issue, but why am I so fatigued everywhere? And it's like, oh, there's an autoimmune inflammation. But I've found that my thyroid and my adrenals and my sex hormones all really played a big role in my fatigue. And I was 33 when I did this all for the first time, and I was like, why are all my hormones so tanked? Like, I don't understand why. Like, do I have Addison's disease? Do I have Hashimoto's? Like, what's going on? And I'll go deeper into each endocrine gland in other videos, but for this one, I'll just say that my hypothesis about myself was that the inflammation in my brain was affecting my pituitary and hypothalamus and their ability to control the rest of the glands in my body. So the hypothalamus and pituitary are the masters, and they tell your thyroid to make thyroid hormone, they tell your adrenal glands to make cortisol, they tell your ovaries to ovulate. And if that's not happening consistently, you're gonna have low hormones. Now, so that is called secondary adrenal insufficiency. So you can have your adrenal glands aren't making enough cortisol. Is it because the adrenals are damaged themselves, or is it because your pituitary isn't telling your adrenal glands what to do? So just keeping your eye out for that and finding a doctor who will actually investigate and test you, because I found that replacing all of those hormones was a really big deal for me. And so I replaced them all, and then of course I didn't want to be on all those replacements, so I got off of them all. And I had another big health crash a couple years later, and so I'm back on them again and realizing how important they are. So like, I couldn't sleep. I would wake up every 45 minutes. I couldn't poop. Like, no matter how well I ate or correct I ate, I would be so constipated, like emergency room constipation level, even just eating like vegetables, and like I was eating really well and I was still incredibly constipated. So I found that my energy, my mood, my sleep, my digestion overall, my ability to digest and make stomach acid. So if you don't have enough thyroid hormone, you're not going to make enough stomach acid. Your motility is going to be slow. So I've replaced estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, and I take liothyronine T3 and cortisol. And I'm dialing in those doses right now, but incredibly important. And it's like your immune system really can't work right without enough cortisol. So my experience has been there's a lot of snowballs. There's like something sort of goes wrong, and then it makes it worse, and then the original cause gets worse, and it just snowballs out of control. That has been my experience. So some hormone replacement can kind of break that snowball and maybe help you reverse the issue. So yeah, and my experience with Western medicine is there's zero investigative inclination, and they'll just say, oh, that happens in MS. And I'm like, well, if we could investigate and test me and see where I'm low and replace it, well, I don't have to be horribly fatigued and constipated and not sleeping. Like, I can feel a lot better if we investigate. And so I encourage you to find a doctor who is willing to investigate you. If you suspect you have hormonal issues, look into it. And I also stopped having my period, and that was like a big indicator that my hormones were totally off. So if you don't make enough estrogen, you will not ovulate. And if you don't ovulate, you won't make any progesterone. And progesterone is so good for your nervous system, for your brain, for sleep. So all of these hormones affect each other as well. So like if you're low thyroid, then your ovaries are not going to work as well. Like everything is not going to work as well. And I'll talk more about low thyroid in another video, but the lab testing, you just have to realize that the labs are not enough. So you could get a lab test and they're like, oh, you look fine. And it's like, you really need to learn more and find somebody who might treat you empirically, meaning if you have like cold hands and feet and low body temperature and low blood pressure, then and constipation and dry skin and your hair is falling out, well, they're going to treat you, they're going to trial you with a little bit of thyroid hormone to see, because the labs are really flawed. They're really flawed for a lot of reasons, and you need someone who knows that. It's really hard to get in to see an endocrinologist, and even if you do, a lot of times they just don't help you. This is my experience. They just don't help you. They don't have an inquisitive angle on their way of practicing medicine. So you've got to find someone who wants to ask questions.